Hi guys, welcome back to Beauty on a Monday, where we do bomb things on a Monday. And today I'm going to be showing you how I get my curls back. Right now this head is looking a hot mess. I am actually coming out of pressed hair that has gotten wet in the pool. I had it in a braid, so it's a mess. It's a little messy right now, but I'm just going to show you how I get my curls back with my deep conditioning and protein. Stay tuned. Just a few of the products that I'm going to be using today. I'm going to be starting with my Tresemme co-wash. We have discussed this. This should not be something that's new for anyone. If you're on my channel, this is only video number 3 or 4. So you should remember this. But this is holy grail. Always use this in my straight curly hair routines. Doesn't matter what I'm doing to my hair. If it's going underwater, it is getting some of this bad boy right here. And then I'm going to go into my Macadamia Professional. This is the Ultra Rich Moisture Shampoo. This is the big giant bottle. So I'm kind of like, you know, frugal when it comes to hair care, or I won't say frugal, like I'll spend on expensive hair care. However, when I can get some of these higher end brands at Marshall's or TJ Maxx, like I definitely suggest going for it because I use a lot of product. I mean, this has lasted me a really long time. So when my hair is curly, I don't mind like an extra super duper moisturizing shampoo because I'm not really concerned with greasiness afterwards. But if I was doing a straight routine, I may or may not use it depending on how dirty my hair is. Next, I'm going to be doing the Aphogee treatment. So yeah, it's a 2-step protein treatment, and typically you can buy this in this size bottle. Now let me just explain to you, this bottle leaks like crazy, so I usually keep it wrapped up in a plastic container. The viscosity of the liquid, I feel like, is so thin that it leaks out of the cap. The cap isn't faulty, it's just that it's thinner than water, if that makes sense. So yeah, so this is kind of like one of those things where you have to wrap it up or it'll spill everywhere. So I'm not using part 2 of the treatment. I'm going to use my own moisturizing conditioner, and I feel like as long as it's really heavily moisturized, you can use it. I don't think you necessarily have to use theirs. And then I'll be finishing off with how I sort of create my curls and the products that I use from there. So if you're interested in seeing how I, get my life back together with my hair, stay tuned. Co-washing is a crucial step in my process to starting my any type of hair routine, whether it's curly routine or straight. Co-washing is going to be a must. This is the way that I would detangle my hair. I would never put a comb in my dry mess of a head. I'm sure a few of you are wondering why I don't finger detangle. Finger detangling does not work for me. I have no time for it. My hair is way too fine to try to use my fingers to get the tangles out. What does work is sort of finger separation. So if I have a larger sort of tangle or knot, I will use my fingers to just separate, but a wide tooth comb always works best for me. So before the Aphogee treatment, I always do a shampoo. I'm using the Macadamia Professional Nourishing Moisture Shampoo. This is for medium to coarse hair. This is a moisturizing shampoo, so it's perfect for my curls. Curls often are a little bit more parched and need more hydration than straight hair. So I'm back with my trusty turban t-shirt towel. So now I'm going to be applying my Aphogee. As you can see, I like to use a spray bottle. So first I'm going to start by sectioning my hair. I usually go with my natural part down the middle, and I will take that and wrap it up into a cute little bun, half of the head, and start from there. So when I'm applying the Aphogee treatment, I always start at the ends of my hair first. Those are the oldest parts of your hair and they need the most attention, so I always start from the bottom up. So you're just going to want to do nice even sprays throughout the length of your hair. I don't necessarily like to get it on my scalp. It is a chemical-like product and it can be damaging to your skin and your hair. You want to make sure you keep it out of your eyes, so be very careful when you spray it. It's not messy in the sense that it goes everywhere. It does have a foamy texture. You'll see, like, as you start to put it in your hair, a little bit goes a long way. So you'll just want to distribute that all down your hair shaft, starting maybe like an inch from the scalp and on down. So you just want to keep doing even sprays up and down your hair shaft until you get a nice even coating and a good saturation of the treatment. I want to make sure that you concentrate it in the areas that you have the most trouble. The hair at the crown of my head is very different from the hair on the rest of my head. I actually have about 3 different textures of hair, as I think the average person has around that. So the crown of my head is very, how can I say, it's just wiry. It breaks a lot easier. I would say it's a tad bit coarser, but not that much. It's just very weak, dry hair that needs special attention. And for a long time, I couldn't get it to grow until I started paying that extra attention to it. So moving on to the other side, you see I just go through the same process, spraying my hair evenly with the Aphogee treatment and getting that nice foamy texture before moving on to the next step. So after you have evenly distributed the product all through your hair, you're now going to want to take your blow dryer. The way that this treatment is supposed to work is you are supposed to sit under a hooded dryer, or in this case, I don't feel like whipping out my Dominican dryer. So right now, I'm just going to be using my handheld blow dryer with the diffuser attachment, just so that it's not manipulating the hair too much. What happens is you allow the treatment to harden. And when I say harden, it's supposed to be as as hard as a rock. It's supposed to be like a brick. I have mine on the warm high setting, so I don't have it on necessarily like super high heat. But I feel like as long as it's getting like a healthy flow of air, it should dry pretty quick. So one thing that I did forget to mention is this stuff kind of smells bad. Just think the heavens that you're not using the old formula from like 15 years ago that I first started using. This one actually smells a little bit better, but it does have a stinky smell and it might linger if you don't rinse well. So once you've got the hair really, really hard, now I want you guys to pay close attention not to manipulate your hair too much. Right now, the hair can easily break or snap off if you manipulate it too much because it is so stiff. So just be mindful of how you sort of maneuver around it. Next thing you want to do is you're going to want to gently rinse it with warm water. Sometimes if it's a little too stiff, I may start with a spray bottle just to loosen it up and then go under the faucet and really rinse it clean. Hey guys, so I just decided to pop in really quick while I'm doing my deep conditioner, just to talk a little bit about my deep conditioning sort of routine and like the products that I use. So because my hair is so fine, thicker, heavier, sort of creamier conditioners really don't work for me. They sort of just sit on top of my hair and they don't really moisturize. I get the most benefits out of using deep conditioners that are a little bit thinner and more watery, hence why I use like the leave-in spray that I use on my straight hair, because it just absorbs better. So instead of like using conditioners that are meant for deep conditioning, I actually just use basic, like very, very moisturizing conditioners. And this is one that I have found has, like, this stuff is amazing. Whether you have coarse hair from, maybe not the 2s, but the 3s and the 4s and on up as far as texture and curl pattern, this stuff works amazing. The slip is so good, and honestly, you don't even need a lot. It's good for detangling. Like, I really, really, really love this stuff. And I always get these huge liter size bottles from like Marshalls or TJ Maxx, or one of the above. And they always have them. And even if they don't have like the big ones, I'll still get the smaller ones. And to be quite honest with you, I've never used any of Joico's shampoos before, so I have no idea how well they work. I just kind of stumbled upon this during my regrowth from my big chop phase, and this got me through some hard times. It's me and this hard times. But I have used their K-Pack. Their K-Pack is geared to more color treated, more damaged hair. I believe it has a higher protein level than the Moisture Recovery, but since we just did that really intensive protein treat, we need to replenish the moisture. I don't know if you noticed, but your hair may have felt a little like straw, but kind of strong, right? So not necessarily like moisturized, but it felt like it was just strong. So that is typically what the protein treatment is meant to do, is to strengthen and sort of fill in the gaps where you've lost that protein in your hair. The conditioner is supposed to soften the hair and get it back to a more manageable state. You do not want to do that protein treatment without having a moisturizing conditioner. If you get the one that comes in the packet, because sometimes they sell them in the beauty supply store in the packets, it actually comes with the complementing moisturizing conditioner. If it's your first time using the Aphogee treatment, I would definitely say get the packet. Okay guys, so I have rinsed that deep conditioner out of my hair, and as you can see, my hair is super shiny and it is popping. My curls are back, baby. So now we're going to go right into our curl routine, and the first thing I'm going to use is the Kristin leave-in conditioning spray. I've used this on the straight hair routine, so you guys should recognize. Next up, we're going to be using that Garnier Fructis Nourishing hair butter. This stuff is amazing. I really love the smell. I love the product. I think it's great that we can find it in the drugstore. Hello. This is not a Sephora product, so it's not going to cost you too much. The way I actually apply the product, I don't separate my fingers when I'm applying product. I usually use my palms to sort of smooth it on the outside. What this does is this helps me to not disrupt my curls or my curl pattern or the clumping that you naturally see. Some of my hair doesn't necessarily have a really defined curl pattern, so anything that I can do to maintain the little bit of curls that I have, I like to do. So before I add my hold product, I always like to part my hair or just start to style my hair in the style or the side that I'm going to wear it on. So I'll just take a wide tooth comb and make it nice and neat. So I am going to be cocktailing. I'm going to be using the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Anti-Frizz Max Hold Gel. As you can see, it has a watery yet tacky sort of consistency, and it's got a nice smell as usual. So you see I'm using the same technique that I used to apply the other hair treat or hair cream, styling cream. I'm just sort of using my palms to rake the product over the outside of my hair, being careful not ladies, to disrupt that curl pattern. So I'm just taking the product and smoothing out my edges and my hairline. And now we're going to crunch. So I don't like to crunch until all of the product is in my hair. And typically I do not use a diffuser. I always air dry. Whenever heat touches my hair, it automatically relaxes my hair. My hair stretches automatically. So I don't really want a lot of stretch. I'm actually trying to do the opposite, is trying to get my hair to curl more. So I don't typically use heat or diffuser to diffuse my curls. This is all going to be air dried. After I've applied all my product, I'm just going to finish it off with a little spray of the Kristin hair water. It's moisturizing, it smells good, and I love the way the fine mist comes out. So I like to just throw that on just to sort of re-wet my hair a little bit, just so I can get more definition in the curls. So we have finally made it, guys. This is day one hair. This is what my hair looks like after all of that. My curls have definitely done a 180. They are back. I'm really happy with the results. Typically, my hair is a little stiff on day one. I'm not a huge fan. Day two is usually better for me. And if it is too stiff, sometimes I take a little water and just spray it in there just to loosen it up if the hold was a little too much. Thank you so much for joining me for another week of Beauty on Monday. I had a fantastic time taking you through this long ass routine for these curls, but we got it together. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend, and have a bomb week. Bye-bye.